Hey, how you guys doing out there on this rainy day? But I tell you what, this is a very special day. I've been pretty much I've been persistent with I guess sort of broadcasting, bringing this type of element to my business model. Of course, services that I render, but just basically just sort of getting a little bit close, understanding, the things that really, that sort of runs the course with the things that changes in the economy. Of course, I'm talking about banking and funding and small businesses and, being able to keep the doors open for small businesses, the backbone of the United States, right? So, I have to stay encouraged. I have to stay informed, and so I felt that, this is something that I did definitely needed to hold on to. And I'm really enjoying it. I've already always have had a position in being in media in one way, form, or fashion. But this is Funding Credit. This is fundingcredit.com podcast. I'm the CEO, founder, Meta Marvin, aka Marvin Wilson. And we've had a tremendous journey with the model, of course, being downtown area, Lake Norman area, and then of course now, getting padded into the Concord market, which is really expounding as well. But at the end of the day, here we are every Thursday, 7 p.m. And tonight it is really going to be a special treat for you guys, because I'm telling you guys, this is the shifting of, I think, even as a culture, people, how we sort of take things to the next level, put our clients first, and then everything else sort of takes care of, the rest. And, I have a beautiful queen, intelligent, smart. I was really blessed to be able to, to introduce myself and run across her path, to be able to have the time, and her having a window of time to bring her on the show. And I'm really excited about this, guys. And, once I get into the accolades and the things that she's done, I just really want you to think about that. Okay. A lot of times the biggest thing for any people, I'm not going to say even, Afro-Americans or whatever, but if you're in the United States, the creme of the creme is to get that home that you want, right? That house, the white picket fence on the hill, or the horseshoe driveway. We all work our whole lives sometimes for that, and this woman has not only paved paved the way for herself and so many people, now in the presence, of course, teaching people how to be almost a mirror of what she's done according to her brand, spilling over her talents, her gifts, and really being an open heart for just change. So, this is what I'm doing over here, guys. With Funding Credit, I'd love to expound and put the spotlight on people that I feel that have really changed and, the paradigm and taking it to the next level. And this is just my treat to always edify and put these people on camera and expose them to you guys. Okay. And it's all based on, guys, of, how we can mutually benefit each other. We say that, but this is the way I love to, perceive as me being who I am. Okay. But first and foremost, I have to do this. It won't take but a minute. For the new people that hasn't came on, of course, Funding Credit was, of course, flagshipped here in Charlotte. My primary whole ending point and goal was not only to talk about credit, and nothing to downplay anybody that's in the credit, because that's the creme of the creme, right? But the understanding of how it works, and not always think in debt. There's good debt, there's bad debt, that's leveraging debt. So that's leveraging credit. But so there's other things that went on with that. And so with me coming with my history, working with Live Nation, working with Ticketmaster, and putting ticketing modules in convention centers, and talking to people that's putting millions into buildings, commercial buildings, and working with the city, going into NBA, tickets, guys, at the highest level. But that got me to understand that tickets is a currency. right? Your money's no good, right? You know, at one time they were telling us if it's a building over 5,000 square foot, that's a venue, you know, it's almost illegal to go in there with cash money. You need a ticketing module. And so that was me. It was like a mind, like, you know, because I never heard of ticketing being, you know, a sort of a currency. But now you look at the world and you look at all these football games, basketball games, you name it. Your money's no good when you walk in those buildings. It has to go through a transaction and from a money to a ticket, whether it's online or going in there. So with that, I took it over to this side and said, okay, funding credit is going to be about solving problems. It's going to be showing our businesses how to leverage the credit and understand that what we need to do is be able to show how we can be in a climate of building the business, not having to always work in the business, but working on the business. Well, how can we do that? We're going to have the leisure and the comfortability and the cushion to even have that capital and some good people around us that we don't have to run that slave ship. You know, we don't have to do everything, right? So with that being said, it's been a pleasure to offer my services, versus credit, building business credit, trade lines, showing people how to, you know, to connect their business with certain vendors and things to make you look good in front of the bank, and underwriting. I did pretty much my own self-teaching, going around the whole country, getting up under underwriters, going to underwriters conventions, anything that you can think of dealing with banking, I did it. And I spent money and money just to learn. Because guys, remember, 5 years ago, I was doing ticketing. Right? So don't ever say nothing that you can't do, right? And this is a model that I'm bringing on today. Miss Valarie Brooks, she's going to show you a little bit that I look and dig into her. She has, you know, she started and very humbly, and she still is humble. But God knows, when you see these numbers and the things she's done, you're going to really be ready to, you know, salute this woman of intelligence and integrity, and really, really at the highest level of real estate right now. Okay. So definitely, I want to read some of the stuff that she has accomplished. Okay. And then I'm going to bring her on live and let you see and talk to her, listen to her yourself. Okay. Let's see this bio real quick, guys. Just give me 1 minute. Okay. And I'm just going to go over a good overview with this thing. And guys, you just listen on and hold on tight, because I have to do this. Valarie R Brooks, nationally known for her business acumen, knowledge in real estate, and business owner with offices in Carolinas, Georgia, having sold over $3 billion of real estate, guys. Let me reiterate that. Having sold over $3 billion of real estate. Okay. Her success resides in the real estate is simply in her DNA. Yeah. Valarie was featured in the Forbes magazine, guys. If anybody heard of Steve Forbes, Forbes magazine, you know, okay, you know, I mean, come on, guys. That's the creme of the creme. All right. Valarie was featured in Forbes magazine in 2019 and 2020 as the real estate marketing leader. She's a member of the Institute of Luxury Home Marketing, a 5-star award recipient for 10 years. She's also been designated HGTV Charlotte real estate expert. Her company consists of relocation experts with concierge services, guys. In my mind, I was like, okay, Valerie's like helicopters and people just, you know, flying over looking at these beautiful estates. You know, she's really going there, guys. Listen to this. She excels as real estate relocation expert with concierge service experience in her field. She leads her team of experts. Valarie has let me see, parlayed her knowledge into real estate and business wealth coach, determined to teach realtors how to make real money, and that real estate is real business. Valarie opened Valarie R Brooks Real Estate and Business Academy in 2016 and now speaks on a national platform. With this platform, Valarie has trained many realtors to grow and develop their businesses into strong forces. Have been a leader in the real estate industry since 1997. She continues to celebrate the fact that each day brings a new adventure. Simply put, Valarie R Brooks, proven unknown fact, Valarie was Miss Black Atlanta in 1990. Wow. Okay. Bring Miss Valarie Brooks on, please. Hey, there you go.
How are you doing?
How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I had a great day today.
Okay,
Yeah,
great,
it's
great,
a
great.
good
Yeah,
day.
I mean, but Valerie, with your consistent persistence in doing this type of business in any business, I not just me. How do you usually start your day? Is it certain tradition that you do, or just to get your juices flowing, or can you expound on just how your day starts?
Well, of course, I'll be happy to share how my day starts. I I've learned over the years that a calm mind can rule the universe.
Mm,
So I generally start the day with working on having a calm mind. I try to go to bed with the most pleasant thoughts in my mind as preparation for the next day.
mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
I've learned how to meditate.
Oh,
And I used to think that meditation, I was like, I mean, it's only thinking. What does meditation do? But
mm-hmm.
it really calms your mind and it really gets you prepared for whatever is
Mm-hmm.
coming your way during the day. I used
Right.
to think that it would uh, create a day without mishaps. That is not the truth. What it does, it prepares you mentally and physically
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
for the mishaps.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I've always believed in a calm mind. I always believe that the mind is your strongest muscle. It's your
Yes.
biggest muscle.
Mm-hmm.
But if not used properly, your mind can indeed be your biggest enemy.
Oh, wow.
So I fully believe in the strength of the mind. Yeah.
Wow. Well, from a score to 1 to 10, anybody that knows Meta Marvin, you got the 10.
All right. You know,
You're talking my language, Queen. We're talking now. Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
And I concur to everything that you just said because I try to do the same. And there's no way, just with the screaming noises and distractions of the world, we have to know that, it's just the calming of the mind and having your spirit just we call it spiritual exercises from on my side, just
Yeah.
to be ready, be fit, because this thing's going to be thrown at you.
All day.
Yeah.
Every
But,
all day, every day. And then you have to look at the mind. It's like the steering wheel of your life. If you think about it, if you're in a car and you're driving and you're
mhm,
driving and your mind can be away, but if you find yourself going down the wrong street,
right. Hmm.
then you have to take that steering wheel and you have to turn it. You have to
Hmm.
turn it. Okay, I'm a little bit lost here, or I'm going into a dangerous area, or I'm going into an area that's not going to do me any good today. Let
Right.
me turn the steering wheel around and let me go in the right direction. Let me go over
Right.
there. Yeah. So,
Perfect. Perfect analogy, and that's exactly what it is. And the thing is, it's just what's your passion. I mean, well, when I read that last sentence, being that actually what was that what for 1990 again? What was
oh,
that?
oh my God, that's a my assistant loves to put that unknown at the end of all of my resumes. But yeah, I was Miss Black Atlanta. It was a different world back there in 1990.
Yes, yes. Well, hey,
Great experience for me.
yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. Being Miss Atlanta 1990, Atlanta just speaks
Black
for itself.
Atlanta.
All the brothers know Atlanta is Atlanta. So if you was Miss,
Yeah.
yes. Well, hey. Well, kudos to that. And so the turning point from the beauty, the glam, and you took it there. I did read a little bit of excerpt of you was actually you was actually in the traveling industry. You was actually a stewardess, airline stewardess.
How dare you say stewardess? Any of my flight attendant buddies out there, they will look at you like, Marvin, what are you saying? We are flight attendants.
Flight attendant. I'm sorry.
To all the flight attendants out there, I got you. I got
Okay,
you.
I'm sorry. My bad.
I loved my career as a flight attendant. It was absolutely awesome. It introduced me to different cultures, to many different people, and I just learned the world. It was
Mhm, mhm.
absolutely awesome, and I attribute that to part of the reason that um, real estate is working for me, and I'm working
Right.
for it.
Right.
It helps me to understand people, and
Mm-hmm.
you really have to understand people in this industry.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, being a people's person and just understanding the psyche of people. And I like I tell people when I wake up, I don't like, oh, how much money I'm gonna make today. It's really almost like my affirmation is how many people can I serve? Right. And I think that changes the whole paradigm when it comes to the green stuff and making money.
Hmm.
People, people is energy. If you don't got the people, you don't have the clients, you're not making any money. So
You
that's
know what, Marvin? People look at it so differently. I've always wanted to enjoy this thing called life.
mm-hmm,
And my mom always told my sister and I that, we're all born to be great within ourselves as well as in what we do. I
mm-hmm,
truly believe that. And as a
right,
little girl, I had that strong desire to live in my personal greatness. And I
mm-hmm,
didn't know that that's what it was. And as I matriculated through life and learned my love for humanity, I
mm-hmm,
knew that sharing is a gift. And I
yes,
also knew that I learned that servicing others prepare you to lead others. I
mm-hmm,
realized that this was an anointing on my life. I was on the
mm-hmm.
path to become a news anchor to share and educate, but I realized that real estate DNA, I couldn't get rid of it. But it could deliver the same gift, Marvin,
Yeah,
because yeah, it educates. And
yeah, it does. It does. It does. And the thing is, guys, what I want to say is just with Valarie. I mean, not only she excels, of course, in the real estate industry. But what I'm saying, when people at the top of their industry, as what she's exposing and what she's currently doing. I mean, with her opening up her academy and the school and teaching people, guys, that's passion. She knows in her DNA that's what she's supposed to be doing, and she's damn good at it. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that that it really challenges me, because it's like, okay, great, I'm doing what I'm doing, but how can I replicate, and put this information in a curriculum, if you will, and to help others. How did that come about, Valarie? With of course, with with the economy and showing other business owners and business people in real estate how to build their business.
well, I realize that people look at real estate a little differently, and it really needs to be recognized that buying property or buying land is going to be one of the biggest investments in your life.
Mm-hmm.
And you really cannot operate half-mast without proper tools.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
have to have great negotiating skills, which is also a gift. And quite frankly, everyone does not have that gift. I'm a realist, and I know what I know.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have love for it, and it's because that is what equips you with the perseverance for the skills needed to be
Mm-hmm.
successful. So,
Right.
having said that, I have many people relying on me to share my knowledge, which
Mm-hmm.
there's that sharing gift.
Mm-hmm.
It's why I developed and implemented my coaching academy in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long, arduous process. It's very rewarding. However, I continue to put my heart, mind, body, and soul in those training courses because the reward is
Yeah.
proven to be phenomenal for realtor success that I've trained. And that's huge for me
Yeah.
because
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I just love seeing the positive growth that my academy is producing. And
Mm-hmm.
Marvin, this is what's surprising to me. And I
Mm-hmm.
think because of the high demand as well as COVID on my course, it's now available online. But that next course that I'm going to start in December,
Mm-hmm.
it's almost full at this point.
What?
Yes. And that's such a great feeling because I love it when my students get those aha moments. I love it when they realize that real estate is a business.
It's a business. Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know, it's not
Mm-hmm.
something you just don't write a contract on the hood of a car.
Right.
If,
Mm-hmm.
if
Right.
that happens, you're being disserviced. And
Mm-hmm.
if you're writing that, you're a disservicer. But
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it needs to be realized that it's serious.
Yes. Well, I mean, I'll tell you what, you really, I look at these, I guess it's with this reality shows or whatever, and they built some framework around these big real estate agents in LA, and they're showing these extravagant estates, and they're going in shaking and baking, and and they and they showing how they move. And and I'm gonna say this, is Coach, you on the show. I always think, I said, I wonder about this lady Valarie. I wonder, is that how she move? Because it's like they putting some big deals, but it's just, I mean, whether it be a woman, a man, when it comes to their home, I mean, that's their world. That's how they get away from the world. And for you to pull that out of somebody and to fixate what they have in their mind and what they want and their budgeting, and you can put all that together. Mm-hmm. That's magic to me. Like, a lot of people, I mean, and I think that's why you are where you are. A lot of people go out there and, and of course they service people, but that's a gift. That's really a gift. And so I want to know, how did this gift get you on the Forbes list? Be endorsed by Forbes. How did you get endorsed by Forbes? I mean, I know how, but wow.
Marvin, I'm not a reality star, but I'm a star in my own reality.
Oh.
My reality is that hard work is just the best. It's just the best. It can take you any and everywhere you want to go. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, you have to like it. Mm-hmm, do you necessarily have to have a passion for it?
Yeah.
I sometimes say that, and sometimes I don't. But what you have to do is like it, because every day in real estate is not glamorous. Now, when we see these awesome reality stars, a lot of it is reality, and a lot of it is TV.
TV. You're right, though. You're right.
I know, because I've been approached several times.
Right.
It just has not been the right fit.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I'm a little bit different in that I am here to service my clients. Real estate is not glamorous as most people think. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. If you put 100% of yourself into your career, mm-hmm. Again, it was anointing on my life. Mm-hmm. I'm here to serve. I'm here to work hard for my clients, and my clients need to realize that they have someone who realizes that this is an investment. It boggles my mind to see how people would think that, I'm going to do this on the side, and if you're working in real estate on the side, I'm not shading you at all. Right. I am saying, for me and for my clients, I let them know you've got to wake up believing in yourself, because you cannot sell real estate part-time, and that's just my opinion.
Right.
Because your clients need you almost 24 hours a day. Mm-hmm. But what you have to realize is, it's not about you. Mm-hmm. It's not about you. It's about the results that you can provide for your clients. Mm-hmm. You have a real estate client. That client is there for your assistance, for your guidance, mm-hmm. to lead them into helping to make wise decisions. Mm-hmm. If you don't do that, then your client is at a loss. And a lot of people think they know real estate, but they don't know the background of real estate. There is so much going on in the background. Mm-hmm. You have to be able to know every facet of real estate. It's just like, I look at it as a doctor, and most people, you've got to realize your health is very important, but your investment is very important as well, because your investments can help you keep your health. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Health is wealth, and you have to realize that. This big investment, you cannot put it into the hands of anyone that does not realize the many facets. You have to know that contract. You have to know everything about real estate. If you don't know everything, you need to have the resources to get you there.
Right, right. Well, I tell you what, you have the resources, you have the platform, and so next time I see one of these real estate reality shows, I'm gonna turn it and watch some football, okay? Because we got you right here, all right? So,
Well, you're doing a great job out there.
hey, man, because
it's not all hype. It's not all glamorous. Just driving the beautiful cars and wearing the beautiful dresses and the. I don't know if Armani is still a name brand for the suits, but your Armani suits and all of that. Am I telling my age? That's just 10 years ago, guys. But it's not all glam. You have to put that work in there, and if not, your clients will not come back to you. Marvin, I'm now working with children of my clients, and yeah. And it's a wonderful, I just had somebody send me an inbox today and say, hey, Valarie, you work with my mom. I'm ready to buy a house. And I get that a lot, and it just warms my soul. Now, I just believe in clients. I believe in humanity. I believe in doing the right thing. So do I like pretty dresses? Yes.
Yes.
But I would like pretty dresses in any career.
Right. Exactly. Right.
So, I've had so many agents say to me so many different things. I even had one that applied with my company to say, I want to be in real estate because I want to be a household name.
Okay.
But that's how real estate is glamorized. You get it?
Right. Yeah. Right. I got you.
It can be glamorized, but it's just like the amount of real estate that I've sold. I've been in the business 22 years. I started when I was 10. Okay.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
I get it. I totally get it. But I mean, I got to jump right into it. So, it's always the tipping point. And it's almost like the sizzle when you're asking a professional or you're asking anybody that's in business, what makes your business different? I mean, I've run across that even when, people talk about, Marvin, everybody fixes credit. I've heard about this and this guy, he deals with the celebrities and all this, he does it. And the thing is like, but he's not me, and so it's a lot of things that has to come to a point of why people come to Valarie Brooks. And the thing is that, I have to say upon myself, okay, what makes funding credit different? Well, okay, anybody can get some things off your credit and make sure those things don't come back. And we make sure that we understand not 3 bureaus, but there's 19 reporting agencies that can affect your credit, and nobody knows about that. And when you get validated, that doesn't come from the 3 bureaus, guys. If I need to validate Valarie, that means I'm talking to somebody else to validate her, right? So that's what's been my success, getting up under where people going through and solving those problems. And so when you solve bigger problems, guys, that's when you make the bigger money, right? And so then, of course, when you get into the underwriting criteria, I can know how to shop you to the bank so don't destroy your credit and get you maximized funding. So that's what makes me different. Now, you're talking to somebody that's have sold $3 billion in real estate. Drum roll.
And that's over the course. You said that when you mentioned, real estate agents or anybody saying I work with celebrities or and things like that. Marvin, all of my clients are celebrities. Every last one of them. And they get the red carpet when they get Valarie R Brooks. All of them. Luxury comes in all price ranges. All price ranges.
Wow.
Do I have celebrities as clients? Yes, I do.
Yeah.
But that's all of them. Some are just more well known than the others. Only difference. And I had a young lady call me up the other day, and she said to me, I want to get a house, Valarie, but I'm not sure I'm in your price range. And I just sort of laughed. And a while back when people used to say that, it would hurt my feelings because, again, I had a talk with my mentor, and I said to her, should I have hurt feelings when people say that? And she said, you take that as a compliment, but you just assure them of what your anointing is, and that's service.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I will tell you this, I would rather work with a $300,000 person that gives me quality of service, that allows me to give quality of service, than a $1 million person that gives me reasons to take Tylenol.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Quality of life, and you got to realize that, again, luxury comes in all price ranges. I believe all people should be treated in excellence.
Mm-hmm.
When you're purchasing real estate, you're on the stage, not Valarie. What's
Right.
on the stage with Valarie is Valarie's results.
Mm.
So
That's it.
you have to be able to take a back seat. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And most realtors, I love us. But if as you matriculate through life and you go through this real estate world, um, you do start feeling a little good about yourself simply because you're making things happen. But you have to stop it right there, because you have to realize that it's your clients that's making you, that's helping you to assist you to become who you are, because you're allowing them to be on stage.
Mm-hmm.
You're allowing them, it's their day, it's their time, it's time for them. You have to block it off for them. And that is the difference. Does that make sense?
I'll tell you what, I mean, that's, and so summing that up, guys, what I was alluding to, she definitely covered it. That's what makes Valarie Brooks, because, that's the difference. You know what I'm saying? As a lot of people get to these accolades of, I got to get to these clients, but, people show up, and I say people show, if you, and I'm not trying to, Meta Marvin, always got to have a minute or two. But when people show up, those are God expressed people, meaning that if we're in the image and likeness of God, people, I don't care if it's the person that's sitting, that was homeless, got themselves together, got their taxes together, they working a $11, $12 job an hour, whatever, and they can buy a little 1,100,000 square foot house. That's their home. They need to be treated exactly what Valarie's talking about.
That's their castle.
That's their castle, exactly. And that's why she is who she is. That's the difference of that. And I get that from you, because ever since we've been even talking, communicating over the phone, you dropped so many jewels just on me. I was like, I gotta rethink. Like, she's right. But at the end of the day, I'm telling you, people, sometimes you work your brand and the reflection of what you're doing, how you're doing it. You're humble, but until people get to really know you, that's what they think. That's them. But
I love that.
yeah, right, exactly, and I know you do. But at the end, I have two different questions that I definitely want to throw at you, and we can expound on it. But what I want to do, Valarie, is every show I at least got to have like about a minute or two just to run over a couple sponsors and some things that I have going on, and then we're gonna come right back and jump on in. So we're gonna take a minute break, guys. Everybody's home. Please tune in, stay in. We're coming right back with Valarie Brooks, the Forbes endorsed real estate agent. We got her academy. She's doing her thing. I'm calling her the queen of real estate. Okay, I am. So it is what it is. The proof is in the pudding. This ain't no really reality show. She's running her own show. She's director of her own movie, and that's it. So guys, look, stay tuned. We're gonna come right back. And we're going to put some things right out there, guys, that hopefully I can empower you, your minds. And stay tuned and be right back with this. This is Meta Marvin. All right, all right. We are back. We are back, guys. I'm telling you, this has really been. I mean, it's really awesome when you could talk with someone that is just as humble as Valarie Brooks. I mean, what she brings to the table is just not so much of a leader, mindset, but it's a legacy within our own. I mean, it's amazing when you have two generations that have came through your business model and have pretty much made most people in the United States, the house is usually their biggest investment, and they're coming to her. So that's just shows of her determination to make her clients number one, and just to provide the type of level of service that she's rendering, and so guys, we do this every Thursday, and sometimes I just sort of peel off layers and get into what I do, but sometimes I do love sharing some time with some people that's out here that's just dominating their industry and just shifting paradigms when it comes to thinking and the business model. And I know for myself, and I'm quite sure, Valarie has been challenged, whether it been from gender biased people. No, you can't do this. You can't do things that people come up with and try to challenge you and tell you what you can't do. It amazes me, but it also challenges me, and it tells me that, okay, well, now you're on my list. And I don't pay attention because that'll take my energy away of who I am. But it's just a little reminder to say, okay, well, all right, universe, mind, imagination, let's go ahead and put this one together, and we just go to work in one union, one voice, one song, be in rhythm. And it just shows up. And then sometimes the good thing shows up, people, places, and things. I don't put my intention into anything. I just put it out there and know it's going to come back the way it should. Don't ask how. That you're getting in the way, right? Don't ever get into your way. Just let it happen, right? And so with that, it definitely takes another level of mentality, of knowing where you are and who you are at all times and how to treat people. So definitely, guys, subscribe to my channel. Of course, Funding Credit podcast. And guys, if y'all have any questions for Valarie, we're about to bring her back in. You have any questions or something like that, please put it out there. I have her for a few minutes, but I definitely want to jump into a little bit more of how this thing came about and how she's setting the tone for some future endeavors. And for that said, let's bring her back in, the queen, Valarie Brooks. So Valarie, I want to know, so you've been in North Carolina, reigning from where? I think I seen the video. Are you originally from Georgia?
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The city of Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta, not Decatur, not College Park. Atlanta.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
right.
that city.
Right. Yeah, right. People do. They get that twisted. I'm like, hey, Atlanta's Atlanta now. All those little counties. That's not Atlanta. I got you.
Don't get it.
So, I mean, so is the industry, of course, in Atlanta is a lot different. A lot of people say, hey, man, you can go and get this 5,000 square foot house and, for a lot cheaper here. What have you seen with the demographics from, the Carolinas, Atlanta, that's supposed to be the, what's called the Black Hollywood now. I'm hearing all kinds of stuff, but
Atlanta is a beautiful city. You have got to give Atlanta credit for doing what it's doing.
Oh yeah.
You either love Atlanta or you don't. It's growing, and it's growing in a way that some will stay and some will leave, and that's just each city. It has that personality of its own. And what I really like about Atlanta is everybody, if you choose to be, you can choose, you can be your authentic self. You can walk down the street and be who you want to be, as long as I just think you should be real in who you are. And Atlanta allows you that difference. As far as the market goes, Atlanta's still the South. So the market there is less expensive than the market here
Mm-hmm.
in Charlotte. Charlotte is an interesting city, and I absolutely love it. We're continuing to thrive. I've been here since 97. I've been here. And I came kicking and screaming. I didn't want to be here. I was coming from the big city of Atlanta, and I was coming to this little small town in Charlotte. And it is different. It is different, but it's a growing city, but it still have that sweetness about it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I've met great people here. I have chosen family here.
Mm-hmm.
But people don't realize it. Charlotte is also going north.
Yes.
So you've got to realize it may be a smaller city or a smaller town than Atlanta, but it's going north. And also we're running out of land.
Yes.
So if you're running out of land, what happens? What happens? The cost of land goes up.
Goes up, absolutely. You're right. Right.
So also we're in a market where inventory is low. So what happens when inventory is low? You have less sellers, so you have more buyers. So when you have more buyers, that's supply and demand. And this was an issue even prior to the pandemic. So if you have less buyers, and that's what I meant, less sellers and more buyers, it's a great market for sellers, correct?
Right.
But most people are asking, Valarie, is now a good time to sell, or is it a good time to buy? We're in a blessed real estate market for those that want to buy and sell. And you have to look at it like this. And this is Charlotte right now.
Okay.
Atlanta is a little different, but Charlotte and basically the nation, if you have more sellers, less sellers than buyers, of course it's a great seller's market. But here's what everybody has right now, and that's low interest rates. So we have low interest rates. So buyers, it's a great time to buy.
Great time to buy.
If you already own, it's an awesome time to refinance. So that's what's going on in the market all over, great rates. Now, from what I've learned in the Atlanta market is that Atlanta does have a little bit more inventory than Charlotte, a little bit more. But Charlotte, the major inventory that's flying off the shelf now is the 200 to high threes, mid fours. Those properties are flying off the shelves. And the higher you go, they sit a little bit longer. But it's still an awesome, awesome time to sell.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, because like I said, of course, I'm originally from actually Salisbury, North Carolina. It's right up the road, small town. And
the building there.
Huh?
I just sold a building there, right there from Livingstone College.
You sold a building in front of Livingstone College?
In front of Livingstone College.
Wow.
Isn't it Livingstone?
Yes, that's Livingstone. Absolutely. Livingstone.
It's an eightplex.
What?
Yeah. And some of the students rent from there. And I have some investors, they bought it up. It's a very nice eightplex. Wow. And you know what? Actually, it was owned by the president of Livingstone some years back. And
yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Wow.
Yeah, his last name was Thomas. I think his name was George Thomas. And he was a great guy. And he created generational wealth.
Yes.
And he passed that building down to his kids. And his kids decided to sell it, and they sold it, and they called me from Salisbury.
Oh, wow. Look at that. You are everywhere. God.
I love it. I think, Marvin, I saw a huge difference when I first started real estate. Of course, that was 22 years ago. And I've been I've been vested and in this real estate industry for a long time, and I've been fluid. And what drove me into working so hard is I saw some things that I just didn't like. And I'm very blunt, and I'll tell anybody this. I didn't like the way African Americans were being treated when I started in real estate, and I
Right.
was determined to make a difference. And
Mm-hmm.
that difference, it doesn't stop in Charlotte. That's why I have an office in Greensboro and in Atlanta, and
Mm-hmm.
we have several more because I have my team is the best team I've had in 22 years. They're in on planning, they're in on everything that we do.
Mm-hmm.
And we have many, many more plans. So
Mm-hmm.
we're even going down into other areas. But when I saw things that a lot of realtors today didn't see.
Mm-hmm.
And again, back then, real estate wasn't glamorous.
Right. Mm-hmm.
At
Right.
all. You know, just like you said, the reality shows are making real estate glamorous.
Yeah. Right.
Real estate, when you hear things like, you should take that client to a certain area because it's labeled as the suburban ghetto.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You
Yep.
know, they're seeing that in front of me, and I'm looking at them like, you see this face, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's amazing the things that you see. And when I see, at that time, I was able to see African Americans given higher interest rates.
Wow.
It was a lot
Mm-hmm.
that I saw that I didn't like. So I made a vow within myself, Valarie, you have to make some changes as much as you can. And that is another reason I want to train folks. It's a different world now. We really have to look out for each other.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
that's not to say I'm not going to look out for my diverse clients.
Absolutely.
All
Right.
of my clients.
Right.
I make sure that my people, and I let everybody know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, right. Well, I honor that. I mean, that's a jewel, guy. I mean, that's something that I feel that people, I would say, of color, Afro American, if you want to call it black, melanated people, Asian,
Beautiful.
whatever, I mean, it's all around me, from all brothers, sisters, queens, kings, however you want to call it. But listen, guys, I mean, what she's saying is really real out here. She's seen something in the market that she didn't like, and she did something about it. And she stayed firm on what she knows is right.
Mhm.
And that's the thing. But the thing is, right now, just a little bit. But when you saw what was going on wrong,
Mhm.
could you sort of expound, if you could, on what did you do about it? What did you speak up about, or was it something that you had to do for your clients? I'm not sure.
I spoke up. I speak up when it's wrong.
Right.
Um,
Gotcha.
I'm a very determined person, and I decided that the person that I was determined to be, I decided to be that person. You know what I mean? Valarie, you want to be that person. I
Yeah.
decided to be that person. So
Mm-hmm.
if I saw something wrong, I let it be known this is not right. I still let it be known that this is not right.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's amazing back in the day. I was called a barracuda, the
Yeah.
say, call it what you want. If I'm a man, it's not called that.
Right.
It's a man taking care of business. But
Right.
if a woman, it's a different story.
It's a different story. Gotcha.
I've always said that's your story. That's your story. My
Yeah.
story is my story. And I am taking care of people that are in my walk, in my given field. This is my territory, and I'm going to take care of those that trust me to do it.
Wow.
You know that it's wrong, you will know that. And if I need to take my client to somebody that's going to do it right, I'm going to do that. And I will educate my client. This is what we need to do. I'll educate my client. Of course, it's their choice, but I want to see everything. I don't hide anything from my clients. Now, I may hide things that may stress them out. I take the stress and things they don't really need to know. If some things are happening in the background, and for example, I'm working with a young lady, and some things happen with the appraisal.
Yeah.
I had to work on that thing. I had to work on that appraisal. I had to feel that appraisal. I did not let her know that that was going on until it was over.
Mm-hmm. Right. Right. Wow.
your goal is to make this process as seamless as possible for your clients. You're
That's
supposed
right.
to take that. So yeah, I saw a lot that I wanted to change, and I'm still determined to change it. And that's another part of my personal development in my courses.
Okay. So when it comes to, and this is the thing I definitely wanted to speak on, the personal development, you know, and I've heard you, of course, when we first, you know, started this show, you know, I was actually about how you started your morning. But again, you know, with your personal development and with your school and just, I guess the information that you provide to the people that's coming to learn from you, how important is that part of, you know, changing their mindset and their self-image and you know, and I know for me, like right now, you know, I'm sitting in I'm always surrounded by books. Anybody that know me, I'm always reading. I'm like a introvert nerd in my own way, but I mean, believe me, and I enjoy my life. But that's one way of how I enjoy my life, you know. And but with that, you know, the Napoleon Hills and you know, the Joe Vitelli, Bob Proctor's, Michael Becksmith of Agape, Johnny Coleman, Reverend Ike. I can go on and on and on and on and on. I love them all. But those are people that sort of like my.
Let's put some women in that mix. Your Lisa Nichols, your Oprah Winfrey's. Women in that mix, okay?
Wow. Okay. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, I'm not trying to be gender biased now.
I just had that a little. I had
I like that. Yeah, Lisa Nichols. That's it, guys. So without, if anybody don't know, that was the black lady that was actually in the movie The Secret. Yeah, that was her jump on. You know, that was when she really got out there. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I love it. I knew that. But I mean, how important is that when you know, we know what that did to our spirit and our mindset? You know, how does that come about? You know, when you know, giving that information to the people that getting into the industry and in your academy and students.
You were talking about personal development. Well, the first thing that anyone has to do embarking upon any career is you have to believe in yourself. It's really simple, I thought, but self-belief, I just found out that is the hardest thing for many people out there. And if you don't believe in yourself, then who's going to believe in you?
Thank you.
So you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your ability to get where you want to go.
Right.
Also, I understand, this is what I understand. I understand the method of having many streams of income, but I'm also of the mindset, and my favorite quote is by a man, Stephen Covey, is the main thing is keeping the main thing the main thing.
Hot tomate. There you go.
You got to keep that main thing the main thing. If you have different streams of income, I relate it all to your main thing.
Right.
You should keep that main thing the main thing. And that's a part of personal development. And it all starts with, as we said in the beginning of the show.
Yep. Exactly.
Your mind. You have to believe in the strength of your mind. When I was growing up, I heard so many things about me as a kid and adults. A lot of times you don't realize what you're saying to kids because it sticks here.
Right, exactly. Yeah, right.
Yeah. And you hear things, and I used to look around, and I knew that I was a child of God, and I knew that I was supposed to do incredible things. I knew that all of us were born to be great. You know, when you first come out of the womb, you're born so innocent. In my mind, you want to come into this world, and you want to be nurtured. You want to love. You want to give love. You want to be loved. You want to thrive. You want a life but of course the environment may change you. So
Mm-hmm.
what you have to continue to believe in, I don't care what goes on in this world,
Mm-hmm.
you have to have you have to have self-control. You have to have
Mm.
control of self. You and it starts right here, right here.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. Yep.
There's
Absolutely.
no getting around that.
Mm-hmm.
When you believe in yourself, others will believe in you.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Well, there you go, guys. Listen, if it sounds like she's been watching me the whole time, because everything that I've say,
I
I
did.
always tell people what you're seeking is seeking you. And I always told him that my mentor always told me, he says, Marvin, it's a funny thing. Once you start believing in yourself, that's when everybody started believing in you. And it was like,
That's right.
ah, you
Yeah.
know, and then that just goes without saying, guys. But you know,
It's easier. It's hard being somebody else.
yeah, right, right, exactly.
Yourself.
Yeah, being your authentic self, guys. Nobody's looking for, and the thing that comes when people come to Valarie or they come to the Metamor or whoever that they feel that's helping. I encourage and mentor and help a lot of people as well, and they feel that they got to come with this whole facade of what they done and all that. And I tell them, I said, you know what, man, I just wish that that if we could just talk, and if I could just get you to the point I could just talk to that innocent kid that's inside you right now that just want to talk. I don't care about what
You needed to be.
Huh?
You can become the person you needed when you were young.
Right, exactly.
Is that what you're doing? Are you becoming that person?
Yes, I'm living like a child in life right now. Yeah, I am.
Becoming that person you needed. I had great parents. I have. My mother's still living, my father's deceased, and my father is actually who started who put that DNA in me of entrepreneurship and real estate,
Okay.
And yeah, he did. He did. We had land, and he put mobile homes on the land.
Wow.
And I used to go with him to pick up the rent, and then we'd go eat later. So I started equating him picking up that rent to me being able to eat.
That's it. That's all it took. That's all it took. That's what I'm trying to tell these. I'm so glad you brought up that point, because I'll tell my guys and and ladies, young ladies, whatever, that when they come, I'm like, guys, y'all have to understand that you're setting the platform of how you're equating life and how you're moving in life. Your kids are watching you. And so you gotta not so much live your best life, but no, you gotta take it up to left and step out on faith. And sometimes it might not be in the home, like with me and Valarie. I had something in my home. My dad, he retired from Food Line. My stepfather, he retired from Food Line. He had split 3 ways and went from Food Town to Food Line out of Salisbury. He was the plant manager over Food Line. So being an affirmation, I saw that. But what he did, guys, not that we were living okay, and we were living okay, but at the end of the day, he took those monies and he invested into charter buses. It was like 5 charter buses, and he would have me go cleaning them buses, and we'd go picking up the country clubs and the golfing guys. And me, being a black, I went around these guys, and they talking about philanthropy, and and then next thing you know, he struck a deal with the Carolina Panthers, picking up the team from the airport. Now, just picking up team, it wasn't far, airport to back to the, but just to be able to see him sitting in front of the owners with a 11th grade education and talking to these guys in these big boardrooms with this cherry wood floors and tables, it was, I was like, okay, I can never settle. I can't settle. It's like, there's no way I can settle. It's like, I've seen it. And so I concur. I understand where Valarie's coming from, guys. And this is what this is all about, to hear these stories, and it could be your story. And but Valarie, just what you said, that's the platform, and I feel that it's got you where you need to be. and I don't know, what's the next endeavor for you. I'd like to know. I mean, you seem like you've done it all, but what do you like to see?
No way. No way. Let me tell you.
Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. What's the next?
I will tell you that I'm enjoying my coaching incredibly right now. But Marvin, I don't make 100% of my plans. I've learned to listen to my father up above. I actually have two, and that's God and my father, my daddy.
All
And
right.
I listen to them. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I've learned to be quiet. And I've learned to listen to the whispers because a while back, I used to have, it was when I would have to get knocked over the head to say, this is what you're supposed to be doing. So every day, it's the beginning of a new day. My life has just started.
Right. There you go. Oh.
So, no, there's no way I've done it all.
Wow.
No way. I have so much to do. I've enjoyed an incredible ride. Now, don't think it has not been without obstacles and holes and big potholes and not the average person. And when I say average person, you are average if you don't believe in yourself.
Right.
It is what it is, because no matter what you go through, you need to know that you can land on your feet as long as you have self-belief.
Self-belief.
I'm not done. I've had a great ride. It's a wonderful ride. Hey, well, Charlene.
Absolutely. So this is the thing. Yeah, I see. So I mean, guys, listen. This is really been probably one of my most favorite, if not my favorite, interview. This is really empowering and Valarie. I mean, you came and blessed the show. Of really who you are, and and of course, not a person that's always going to put their life and be expose everything about who they are personally, but for you to just come on and just to give us a little bit of the breadcrumbs of how you see it and what have helped you. But at the end of the day, when I have to ask one more thing about the concierge pieces, because I had quote unquote like a celebrity travel agency back in the day. It didn't really go that far. And I've been thinking about definitely putting it back out there because I see how the market is going to come back. But at the end of the day, when you say concierge services, how much more do you do than, what is your concept of concierge and how you lay it out for your clients? They all stars, but did you just give maybe an example of one of your profound concierge things that you've done for a client coming to you?
Well, number one, there is not a need that my real estate clients within the real estate realm that they will have that they are not provided with.
Wow.
With Valarie R Brooks real estate team. Now, it must be realized that it's not just me. I have an incredible team.
Gotcha.
Incredible team. As a matter of fact, my team told me to go on vacation. And they told me to go away, Valarie.
Wow. Ain't that something?
We got this. And let me tell you something, Marvin. They had this. They got this. But our concierge service starts with your real estate needs. Just started a service that is called Run For You. And what it does is my sellers are busy. And a lot of times they are not, if they're in other cities or if they're just busy people and if there are extra needs that they need, we have a service that provides that for them.
Right. Gotcha.
We have everything from handymen to roofers to we have a service that will let movers in. We have a service that will let stagers in. And I cannot imagine anything that my clients need.
Wow.
They don't have.
Wow.
And that's what we have.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what,
we have a great team. We have a great team. If I'm away, my client is never not accommodated. Or if one of my agents if one of my agents were to go on vacation, Their clients are never not accommodated. But we don't look at it as my client, my client, my client. It's our clients.
Our client. There you go. There you go.
Great service.
Love that concept. I love that concept. I mean, so of course, you have a team. People that's in the area. I know I'm a veteran. You know, I have a lot of guys that have been coming down and they're moving into the Carolinas. And of course, everybody that's watching out here is probably 5 or 6 Facebook pages that's watching this stuff, over thousands of people, and people from all different areas and genres, and people just tuning in. But, you know, Valarie, definitely, you know, anything that you want to leave, I want to you want to put out your company, how your company can be contacted,
Sure.
people pursuing ownership for a home. I would definitely want that. But if there's anything that you want to put on from your heart that you want to put out in closing, and, you know, just whatever you feel that you want to leave to anybody that's you feel that they need to hear what you need to say.
It's amazing that you mentioned veterans. We have a veteran that's on our team, and we have a veteran specialized service as well as a luxury marketing service. And we also have property management, and of course we have coaching. Now, you can reach us at ValarieRBrooks.com, and Valarie is spelled Valarie, and that is on all social media platforms as well.
Okay.
Yeah, and as well as we have BRB Lifestyle Properties. We are easy to reach. We are awesome to work with, and we can meet all of your real estate goals.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Guys, listen. If you're looking for a home, or you guys out there that want to look, you know, get those estates and whatever, you know, this is the person to talk to, guys. You know, I couldn't feel, you know, no other way just to know it's a one-stop shop. She got you. I mean, she brings a wealth of different experiences, her knowledge. You know, I mean, she's done it on the highest level that we all know of. Endorsed by Forbes. You know, humble. Definitely listen to her higher self, and, you know, it plays as a child in business. I love it. That's definitely connects with me. I'm definitely want to look at definitely sending all my people and all my colleagues and veterans your way. And guys, listen, I really appreciate you guys tuning in. And Valarie, I told Valarie the other day, I said, Valarie, you got me working before you even came on the show. I've got so many people. Hey, when your show, when I put your business, I was like, man, it made me feel like I got, you know, what, you know, okay, this woman, I might need to do some more research. This a lot of people know this woman. Good.
You got a hard working sister on your show today.
Yes, well, listen, I'd love to be able to have you back. You make sure that you know your team's got you. You take that vacation, okay?
Yeah. Oh, I took it, and it was awesome.
Oh, okay. Well, you took that trip. All right, great. Well,
but I do want to leave everybody with this. The person that you're determined to be, you have to decide to be. And that person that you decide to be is you.
Wow. Look at that.
It gets no better than that.
Well, and also, Valarie, now outside of the real estate, are you teaching people that just want professional like leadership training, or is that just has to be in the real estate? Or is
it's amazing you asked me that, because I've had to add courses to my real estate courses, simply because I've had several husbands that attended courses with the wives, and they were in other businesses. Mm-hmm. And they said, I'm learning things for my business here. Mm-hmm. I've had other businesses come to me and ask me to help them with startups, or let me know that they were stuck. So I had to I'm growing that side of it as well. And that's very interesting, and it's fun, because business is business.
Yeah, it's business is business. You're right.
It's business. Mm-hmm. So, and what I've done with that is, if there's a specialty, I make sure I get a person that's in that specialty. Let's say if it's making candles, I know the art of making candles. I know the business, but I will make sure I get somebody there that can help with the art of making candles. I just put that out there as one. So yeah, I just help with business and professionalism, growth, personal development, all of it, all of it. But I teach realtors. My realtors are doing really, really great, and it's a program that's designed for you to decide whether or not you want to make 5 figures in 5 months, 6 figures in 6 months, or 7 figures in 7 months. My strategy is proven. So if you follow the step-by-step plan, you can do it. Now, that step-by-step plan, it does apply to businesses.
Okay, that's what I want. Okay, yeah, I know it does. That's what I'm like. I said, what she's laying out here and what she's done is not only for people that's in real estate, it's business, you know. And so I had to bring that up, you know, Valarie. So, is there now, as far as any other, I guess, the occupancy and the people, the room that you have left in your class is coming up. Is there any way that we just need to still come to your contact information for that? And people,
they can reach out to the website and contact through the website or my email address, management@ValarieRBrooks.com. And that will lead you to the coaching site, or the other site is coachingwithvalarie.com.
Coaching with Valarie. Okay, gotcha.
So your site takes you to the other site. And of course, that's the email. And I'm easy, guys. You can find me on social media, Valarie@ValarieRBrooks.com. That's my email. But management catches the emails really quickly. And I return calls. I've had a lot of my clients said, "Oh, is you calling me back? I was expecting someone else, or I was expecting a recording." And when I answer, they're surprised.
Yes, yeah. I mean, because you know, I did you got me right. You say, "Hey, Mom, I'm sorry you've been," but I was patient because I was like, "Hey, I have to get her on here." You know, I've covered a lot of different genres of, you know, doctors and different people in all these, you know, hair industry, and I said, "Okay, now when I get with this
essential, important people."
I said, right. I said, when I get this real estate, I said, okay, I'm just going, you know, I'm going to wait on her. I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait till she get on here. Okay. But yeah, that's great though. But, you know, well, definitely keep up the great work, Queen. You know, we salute you from far. I know everybody out here has really heard a whole lot about what it takes to get to the next level. You definitely leading a whole lot of different you know, people to understand that, you know, it's beyond even, let's say sky's the limit. It's beyond that, you know, and we can do whatever we want to do. Put your mind to it. And I always tell people, as long as you don't change your mind, you can get whatever you want.
That's right. That's right. Can I give a shout out to my team really quickly?
Please do.
I love you guys. Yeah. I'm so grateful for you guys for helping me to be who we all need to be for your leadership. I think.
All right. And I want to definitely shout out to one of them, that D Walker.
Yes,
she's like a sister to me, and you know, she was the catalyst of a lot of this, and just an excellent person.
Luke Bragg. I have Monet Holiday, Lativia Myers, Eltrice Haddock, Shaniqua Coaxum. I could go on and on and on and on about these folks. Everybody on my team are troopers.
Troopers, gotcha.
Yeah. I thank God every day for them.
Yes. Well, kudos to Monet. She you know, she took my call. She was just transparent, patient. And you know, when you call someone's business, you know, it's a reflection of you. So I want to say kudos to Monet. She really was professional, and you know, she did what she had to do. So thank you, Monet. I see where your team and how they provide and where they come from. So that's kudos. Thank you so much. All right. Hey, and hopefully we can have you back again, and we could talk a little bit about your coaching and your professional development. And but again, thanks for coming on the show. Valarie Brooks team, you got it. Y'all did it. 2020, y'all took it. It's done.
Working on 2021.
There you go. There you go. Have a good evening. Thank you so much.